Hey guys, it's Dani'i and welcome to another video, and I'm here with your tropical updates on two tropical systems in the Eastern Pacific. But before I go into details, please take a second or two to tap that subscribe button if you haven't, as well as the notification bell so you know every time when I post a new video, as well as to share to make persons out there know what is taking place and to help the channel grow. Alright, so here we have Tropical Storm ERICK, and then behind him is another disturbance that is now a tropical depression, which is likely to become FLOSSIE probably later today or so. But these are both expected to become hurricanes. But let's first go on to ERICK. Alright, here we have the National Hurricane Center's cone of uncertainty, and we see that at least sometime, probably tomorrow afternoon, we could see ERICK strengthening into a hurricane, and it is now expected to peak at a Cat 2 with winds of 100 miles per hour. But of course, before it actually moves near Hawaii, some weakening is expected, and it is expected to be downgraded back to a tropical storm early on Friday. So it looks like it won't be a very huge threat to the Hawaiian Islands. Looks like it's going to mainly go under it and not directly into, so bit of good news right there. But we still have to watch it because tracks change, things change. The storm is going to be upgraded as time goes by. And next here is the potential intensity with the different models, and we see a lot of different intensities that are predicted right now. Here is one saying that it will become a category 4. None is saying Cat 3. Well, it will become Cat 3 and Cat 4, but for the peak intensity, no one is expecting it to be Cat 3, but this one he's saying, yeah, it's going to be a Cat 4. And then we have most agreeing that it will be Cat 1 or Cat 2, but we have to wait and see what will happen because conditions probably get a bit less favorable. That's why we won't see as much strengthening up to a major hurricane for ERICK. And then here is what it looks like on satellite imagery. We see that it is much better organized than it was yesterday. So we're seeing more circulation taking place here, but it's still pretty small. But tropical cyclones tend to increase in size as well as wind speed. So we just have to keep watching ERICK. And now let us move on to tropical depression number 7 that could become FLOSSIE very soon. So here's the National Hurricane Center's cone of uncertainty for brewing FLOSSIE, and will this be another Hawaiian threat? We don't know as yet, so just have to keep watching it. So a west-northwesterly movement and then more westerly movement is expected up to the point where it becomes a hurricane, and that is expected by early on Wednesday. Then it will start to move more to the west-northwest and eventually to the northwest. So some models most models are agreeing that it may not be a threat, a huge concern rather for Hawaii, but could bring some heavy rainfall as well as some gusty winds. But as of now, the winds are 35 miles per hour. It is moving to the west-northwest at 21 miles per hour, so moving very quickly across the Eastern Pacific. So if it continues with this quick movement, even if it is a threat to the Hawaiian Islands, it is still pretty good news. At least it won't stall there and dump some heavy rains like Lane did last year. And with the potential path, here are the spaghetti models, and we see that only a few are predicting that it will be very, very close to the Hawaiian Islands. It will be too close for some comfort, but most are saying that it will probably go out and won't be a direct threat. So somewhere in here, but we don't know as yet. So we can just see. We can only accurately predict about 3 days out, but afterwards, storms tend to always sneak up on us. So we can't really say that this is what is exactly going to happen. We have to wait and see. But best if you're located anywhere in the Hawaiian archipelago, it's best to keep getting updates on these systems and be on alert should in case you're to be threatened with some heavy rainfall or stuff like that, because these systems are just surprising sometimes. And how strong will brewing FLOSSIE become? We see that there are a lot of different agreements with these models. None of them are actually saying that it will be more than a Cat 3, so probably strengthened to a major hurricane, but you know, most are probably saying Cat 1 and some down here saying that it won't become a hurricane at all, it will remain a tropical storm. So yeah, but we're going with what the National Hurricane Center says, that it will in fact become a hurricane. It might not be a very major hurricane, but probably Cat 1, Cat 2, maybe go up to Cat 3. We have to wait and see. So again guys, I will keep giving updates on these two systems in the Pacific, and right now the Atlantic is fairly quiet, nothing much going on out there due to unfavorable conditions for tropical cyclone formation. But guess what? We are heading into August, and then we're going to arrive at the peak where most of the activity is seen. It's pretty quiet right now, but maybe we will start to see more activity in the coming weeks. So just, you know, stay prepared if you're in areas that are usually affected by tropical cyclones. So ERICK and Brewing Flossie, I'll keep giving updates on these two. So if you found this video pretty, please give a thumbs up and remember to always be weatherwise.